how we doing? Happy Thursday to everybody. Finishing up a game plan this week and really concentrated on red zone on our Thursday package. I think something that's going to be extremely important when you're dealing with a team that scores 43 points a game. It's kind of similar to last week. We got to be able to bend but not break and create turnovers in the red zone, hold offenses to field goal in the red zone, and then offensively when we get down there, we have to make the most of our opportunities. You know, field goals are not good enough against a team that puts up this many points. Injury-wise, Zach Banner continues with the ankle, is doubtful for the game. Jabari is still going through concussion protocol, is doubtful for the game. Akili Ross is going through shoulder, is doubtful for the game. T-Mac came out today, did a little bit on the back, probably will be used in emergency situations. We'll see how that goes tomorrow and Saturday. Did a little bit, but not enough to say, hey, he's ready to go yet. So we'll see on Saturday with that. Everybody else seems ready to go. And with that, I'll take any questions.
So that would be like John Plattenberg. Is guys like Plattenberg?
Yeah, to have Platt back, I think is really important. Yeah, he's providing us not only depth in the secondary, but he's going to help us on special teams. Hard-hitting safety that can do a lot for us. So it's good to have him all the way back.
And Jamel Cook, another.
Yeah, Jamel is, not all the way back, but he's about 85% right now. We're really testing the ankle out to make sure the surgery took, and is looking good out here and not having any pain. So it takes a while after that type of ankle surgery, but he seems to be doing good this week without pain, so that's a good sign.
Not this week. Right. No. Okay.
Is there any chance he redshirts, just given how much he missed?
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance. We'll see how it goes in the upcoming weeks, and really just want to make sure he's healthy, to be honest with you. The surgery he had is a very extensive surgery. It takes a while, and we just want to make sure it's right. Whether there needs to be, more work done or whether he's all the way healthy.
At this point, guys who haven't played, would they redshirt?
No, I think that at this point in time, you do anything you can to win a championship, and if there's a game that somebody can help us, even a Wale, the light is kind of turned on for him this week, and you may see him in some third down pass rush situations, and we really feel that he can maybe create a spark also with some pass rush. So you look at guys and look how they're progressing. Sometimes the light clicks on for guys about the fifth or sixth game, and you go, wow, where have you been? But they're just adapted to the speed of the game. They get comfortable with scheme and things like that, and there'll be a couple, but we won't burn a kid for just a couple plays.
If you do make that decision this late in the year, do you discuss it with the kid and say, hey?
Yeah, you never throw a kid out there unless you've discussed it with him, and it's something that he wants to do. You're talking about some of the best athletes in the world. It's good to redshirt them, but a lot of times, you look up after their fourth year and you don't have some of them anyways. So if they can help us win a championship and help us win Pac-12 games, they'll play.
Rasheem Green is one of those guys who seemed like a light kind of clicked on Saturday. We talked about him on Sunday. What has he done to progress himself to that point?
I think one of the things that's happened, I think he's really good on the edge, especially versus these spread offenses. He's a 280-pound man that's gotten bigger. He's learning how to play in the interior part of our defensive line, but he's in more of these spread offenses that are single blocks, that are not double teams, that are one-on-one pass rush opportunities, and doing a terrific job. That's kind of his game, shows his athleticism. So I would expect him to, be in his element over the next 4 or 5 games with these spread teams that we're playing.
How is he? Because a lot of these guys are so talented and they're young. How are they kind of learning from each other and kind of figuring out together?
Yeah, I tell you, I really appreciate the older brother mentality that they're taking. I just saw Buddha, Elijah Tucker take a Wale under his wing and say, "Hey, come here, I got you." So it's a big part of being a successful team is having younger brothers that listen to older brothers and passing that knowledge down. So that's a big part of it.
The offense, watching them this week, it looks like they kind of know where they're supposed to be. Did you have that sense of, okay, they're getting it now?
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. I think some of the things that T has put together, really making some simple assignment not only reads but execution, doing things over and over again. Has helped us, and that's what you want. I mean, you want to see your whole team improve week to week, and correct the issues that were there. If another one turns up, correct it. And one of the things I credit T for his job that he's doing. He's learning how to be a very good coordinator, a good play caller, but also learning exactly what his personnel can do, and adapting to it. And that's the mark of a good coordinator.
If Zach ends up being unable to go, who would Chuma or
Yeah,
Jordan start?
we'll do the same thing we did last week. We'll have Jordan and Chuma roll. Chuma being the senior, Jordan being the senior would end up getting the start.
Have you spent much time around Coach McIntyre in any of these offseason deals?
Yeah, great guy. I really appreciate just watching from afar what he's been able to do at San Jose State, how he built that program when he was there, and then at Colorado. He's done it the right way. He's really focused on recruiting West Coast kids, bringing in some really quality kids and developing them, and he's got a senior-oriented group right now. You look on defense, and they've got 8 seniors, 10 returning starters. They've kind of grown up under him, and I've always had a very fond respect for him and the job he's done. He's a true football coach.
It seemed like when Colorado joined the conference, it seemed like, at least to me, I thought Colorado was going to be like the big program compared to Utah, where it's kind of been the opposite early on. Do you remember what your thoughts were when Colorado joined?
Well, I remember them being in the Big 12 and the success that they had back in the 90s. And, it's a program that when you look at it, it's very well respected. I think, they've done a nice job with facilities also, building the new facilities there. And it is an attractive place. And I'll be honest with you, when you talk about the Pac-12, every one of these schools are great in academics, they're great in athletics, and it's a very attractive thing for a recruit to see. So I think it was a great addition, not only for our conference, but it was really good for Colorado to come in. And one of the things that we've seen is the parity of this league. It's ultra competitive, and I anticipate that being from here on out. It's one of those leagues that if you don't show up, you're going to get beat.
Do one more. Did you see the stuff that NCAA came out this week talking about the early signing period? Do you have like thoughts on that?
I tell you, I've not studied it well enough, just being honest. I've just focused on our team. You usually, I don't worry about things I can't control. Other men will make that decision, and then you have to adapt as a recruiter and as a head coach. But I have not done much study on it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.